So Territorium has been very lucky to work with the Young People's Project. Much of the work we do with technology is designed to enhance and expand opportunity. And while that's easy to say, there are times in which we do this in isolation or in a vacuum. And the Young People's Project was gracious enough to give us the space to do this in real life, to actually be able to work with a group of educators dedicated to a different level of activism and equity as it comes to the education opportunity for youth.
YPP, I think, first and foremost, was an organization that was started by children. It was a handful of 8th graders and a handful of young adults, young African-American men in their early 20s, in the mid-90s in Jackson, Mississippi. And they had a problem. Their school wasn't teaching them math. And they started this little nonprofit teaching their friends and peers math after school, teaching teachers how to use the graphing calculator. And so that's really in the DNA of the organization. The idea that young people who are in the center of this problem, of the way in which the country really doesn't know how to teach all of its children, dealing with how America's history is playing out in its schools around race and equity, and also around how the school system has to figure out a new floor for math education for all people. And so YPP came out of the crucible of that.
Being able to equip our learners with a more robust way to demonstrate knowledge, skills, and abilities, not only from the badging sense, but the actual evidence of that work, we believe can be a very powerful leverage. Kids' holistic existence exists far beyond classroom. And we finally, the technology's caught up through comprehensive learner records, the idea of digital wallets that all then capture the work of the badges as it's related to learning outcomes and so forth, can really be able to tease that work out, denote that for the learner, and give them a vehicle by which to apply that beyond. So it is not just about the things that happen in a class. It's not just about the things that we try and portray to others through pieces of paper, but in reality, the impact that we are having.
When you get badges through the app, right, and then you're accredited them, you get to show them, you're verified. You see, oh, all the skills that you developed being a math literacy worker, teaching, leading, planning, building community. All of these, the output is these skills are good in XYZ. The Life Journey app does that for you.
So before our partnership with Territorium, a lot of the amazing work that the high school math literacy workers do in the process of teaching their younger peers is invisible. And with this partnership and through this app, all of that work becomes visible.